Hello friends, PowerShell operators are fundamental components of PowerShell. And throughout this series, you will see how important they are and how we use them almost on every step of using PowerShell. PowerShell operators provide a means of comparing and manipulating pieces of data. So throughout this section, we will be discussing about operators like what are PowerShell operators, different type of operators, how to use them in different scenarios, and many more things you will come to know by the end of this section. So let's start. First of all, let me discuss little bit about characteristics of PowerShell operators. By default, operators are not case sensitive. Means it doesn't matter anything whether we use capital letters, small letters, or mix up of both to write them. Like as you can see in this example, we have three like. So they all are written in different type of letters, but their meaning is same. By default, they are not case sensitive, but they can be made case sensitive by putting C in its starting. For example, C like is the case sensitive version of like. Most of the operators starts with hyphen. In example, you can see some sample operators starting with hyphen only. Now, let's see type of operators. I'm sure many of you might be surprised to see such a huge list of operators. But trust me, there are really so many operators in PowerShell and they all are equally important. We will cover each of them one by one in coming slides. These operators are like arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, redirection operators, split and join operators, type operators, unary operators, and special operators. Comparison operators are further categorized into equality operators, matching operators, containment operators, and replacement operators. Special operators are further categorized into grouping operators, sub-expression operator, call operator, array sub-expression operator, hash table literal syntax, call operator, cast operator, comma operator, index operator, pipeline operator, range operator, and member access operator. We use arithmetic operators like plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulation to calculate values in a command or expression. With these operators, we can add, subtract, multiply, or divide values and calculate the remainder or modulus of a division operation. Let's see a quick demo. For interest of time, I have written this code beforehand. So basically, I have named this demo as arithmetic operators. In first line, we are trying to create a variable with name first number, and then in next line we are creating a variable as second number. In these variables we are basically requesting a number from user. So let me run this first line. Like it is asking me for first number, let me take it as 100, enter. And then in next line it is asking me for second number, let me give it as 50, right? So we have first number as 100 and second number as 50. So let me make some arithmetic operations on these numbers. So first of all we will be doing like sum of these numbers is first number plus means addition second number. So let me see what we get, and we are getting 150. That's correct. And if we perform multiplication on this number, we get 5000, right? And if we perform division operation, we are getting 2. And if we perform modulus operation, we are getting 0. So next is like arithmetic operators behaves differently with numbers and different with strings. So when we are dealing with numbers, they can add the numbers, that's fine. But when we are dealing with strings, they behave differently. They don't add the string, but they just concatenate the strings. So let we see, like we have declared first string as best and second string as test. So let we execute them. Okay, so we have created these two variables, and let me clear the screen before moving further. So in this line, we are trying to write on console that sum of these string is like first string, addition operator, and second string. Let me see what exactly happen when we try to add two strings, or when we try to use addition operator with string. So as we can see, it has concatenated the strings like best and test. Fine. So in the same way, if we try to multiply strings, let's see what we get. Like we are getting best for 6 times. In the same way, if we write it as 8, so it will multiply the string, means it will write the string for 8 times. So let me run it, and as you can see, it has written the string for 8 times. In this way, arithmetic operators behave differently for integers and in a different manner with strings. So we need to make a note of it. A very common use of arithmetic operators in production is we used to rename, or we used to name a file in a customized way using arithmetic operators. Like we are trying to create a file with name test underscore file underscore day of week, and we are trying to create it as a text file. So let me see what happens, and if we run this, you can see a file has been created with test underscore file underscore thursday dot txt, right? So this is the very typical use of arithmetic operator, especially addition operator with strings. Assignment operators are used to assign, change, or append values to variables. We can see list of assignment operators in the slide, like assignment, addition assignment, subtraction assignment, multiplication assignment, division assignment, and modulus assignment. These are some operators of assignment operators category. Let's see a quick demo. For interest of time, again I have copied this code and I have named this demo as assignment operators. So in this demo, first we are creating a variable with my number, and let me see, like we have created this variable, and now let me try to return the value of this variable. As I can see, now my number is 100. Fine. Now let me try to add some value into this variable using addition assignment operator. Like suppose I add 50 into this, so now my variable becomes 150. And suppose I try to minus some value from this variable, so now it becomes 100, right? So in the same way, if I try to multiply something into this variable, so what I get is like 5000, that's correct. And if I try to multiply this variable with 50, so I get as 100, that's fine. And if I try to find the modulus, then I am getting as 0, that's fine. So again, assignment operators as well behave differently with integers and in different way with strings. So let me try to create a variable with value test. So as you can see, I have returned the value of this value variable. So let me clear the console first so that it can be much clear. So if I try to add 2 into this variable, so let me see what happens. So if I return the value of this variable, as you can see, it has not added, but it has just concatenated the 2 into this string variable. Fine. And if I try to multiply this string with 2, let me see what I get. As you can see, I am getting test2 test2, means it has concatenated this value 2 times. Fine. So in this way we can see like assignment operators as well behave differently for integers and separately for strings, same as like arithmetic operators. Comparison operators are used to compare values and test conditions. First category of comparison operators are equality operators. When we are comparing two scalar values, means when we are comparing two single values, then we get a boolean value, means true or false. But when we are comparing a collection of values, then we get corresponding values, right? So please make a note of it. Like equality operators behave differently with single values and differently with collection of values. So equals, not equals, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. These are equality operators. Let's see a quick demo to understand these operators better. So again, in interest of time, I have copied this code beforehand. So I have named this demo as comparison operators, equality operators in case of single or scalar values. So first of all, I am declaring two variables, or I am creating two variables which are like x and y. So x is basically 50 and y is 100. So if I try to compare x and y using if statement, what I'm getting is like if I try to compare like if x equals to y, then write this condition is true, otherwise write this condition is false. So I can evaluate this using equality operator, and let me see what I get. So if I write this condition is false because my x is not equal to y. Obviously 50 is not equal to 100. So in the same way, I can compare or I can evaluate other conditions as well. Like I'm getting this condition is true, and again I'm using greater than operator, then I'm using greater than equal to operator, then less than operator, and then greater than equal to operator. So like this we can use all these operators in our production environment, and this is just simple examples to show the operators in action. So as I told, these operators behave differently with single values and in other ways in collection of values. Fine. So let we see comparison operators, equality operators in case of collection. So suppose I have a collection of few values, like suppose I have three values in this collection, that is test, best and test. Now I am trying to compare it with test value using equality operators. So what it will do is it will write or it will return all the values which are equal to test, right? So let me clear the console first so that you can see better. So let me run this expression. So I'm getting test. That is correct because two values are equal to right hand side, that is test. In the same way I can compare using not equal to operator, and in this way I'm getting only best, yes, because that is not equal to test. Fine. And same I can do with collection of integers as well. Like I'm getting all the values which are greater than 2, and here I am getting all the values which are less than 2. I'm getting all the values which are greater than equal to 2, and I'm getting all the values which are less than equal to 2. In this way we can use these equality operators